time for it.
Sorry about that. That was me.
I thought you were getting us ready.
Pumping us up. Sounded good, right? Yeah.
That's a good start.
Where's that coming from?
All right. Welcome, everybody. If you are live with us, Bernie, Glenn, thank you so much for jumping on. If you're watching a replay, thanks for taking the time and learning a little something. So we are the Wolfpack. If you're here, it's because you either were personally sponsored or you are on our list and you wanted to check out this opportunity. We appreciate you taking the time to do so. So my name is Mark Shankman. I'm the so-called MC of the evening, I think, and I'll let these guys introduce themselves.
How you doing, guys? Chris Brendamore, part of the Wolfpack. So for those of you who've been around, you know we joined forces. I don't know. I'm trying to think when we joined forces.
I'd say about a year ago.
1.5 ago, maybe. And we decided we were gonna. Actually, we just started these hangouts only in the last couple months, but decided to join forces, share our knowledge jointly across our team. So 3 heads are better than one.
Awesome. Hey guys, this is Sean Boynton and the third Wolfpack member here, and I just wanted to reiterate a little bit about what Mark and Chris just mentioned. I've been with these guys for a little over 1.5 years, I think, and we just basically are putting our heads together and trying to give everybody a lot more value for our teammates, and that's what it's all about. I've been on the online market space for about 4.5 years now. I believe Chris has been very close to that, and Mark is come around the corner. But I think as a whole, we're really looking forward to providing you that kind of value that you need to grow your business. And every single week we do this on every Thursday night at 9 p.m. and we're just here. We want to kind of get you guys involved a little bit more and help you in any way we can. We kind of provide new topics every single week, and feel free to reach out to us individually if you're new, depending on who you met up with, and we'll help you every step of the way as we kind of guide you through the process. But yeah, we're here to kind of help you out and give you more mentorship than what you already get right now within the system. So with that, I'll kick it back to you, Mark.
All right, awesome. So guys, a little bit about myself. I'm an oral surgeon. I've been doing online marketing for about 2 years now. So I'm the youngest, newest member of the group here at the Wolfpack. And but the beauty of this is you've got roughly about 10 years worth of experience coming together. And we are here to provide for our teams. We're here to provide you motivation, inspiration. We're here to provide you tools. We're here to provide you tips and tricks of the trade. We're here to teach you how to make money. We're here to teach you how to affect other people's lives, how to provide value to the marketplace. We're here to provide tons and tons of value to you guys so that you guys can then make a great living online and live the kind of life that you wanted to live. I mean, you joined this opportunity, or you're checking into this opportunity because you weren't or aren't satisfied with where you are in life right now. So one of the things that I wanted to touch on is, I know that we're kind of halfway through January now, and you've probably seen tons of, start of the new year, and this is what you should be doing, and that sort of thing. And what I wanted to really talk about is, how was your 2017? If your 2017 didn't pan out the way you wanted it to pan out, if you take that same mindset from 2017 and you bring it into 2018, guess what 2018 is going to look like? It's going to look exactly the same. So if you want to change your life, you've got to change your mindset. If you want to change your bank account, you've got to change your mindset. If you want to change the course of your life, if you want to change what you're doing and you want to create something amazing for yourself and for your family, then you've got to change the way you think about things. So I want you to start to look at 2018 as an opportunity for you to grow. And as you grow, you're going to earn along the way. But it all starts with what goes on up here. And I wanted to share this really cool story. This is an actual story happened to me this last weekend. And this isn't something I heard. This isn't some story I made up. This is actual true story. So I'm in Arizona going to a little celebration for my family. I'm recently remarried and extremely happy. And we wanted to put something on for my family. So we flew out to Arizona, and to get to and from the airport, we took Uber. And I call Uber, and the guy comes to picks us up, and we were 7 people, so we were huge. So we couldn't fit in one Uber, so we needed 2. So the girls went in one car, the boys went in another. So I had me and my 3 boys with me, and we get picked up by this guy named Serge. Serge is from Cameroon, came here 5 years ago, went to work, went to school, developed an associateship. He got an associate degree, started at Arizona State University, and is working on an economics degree. And we're talking. And I said, that's terrific. I think you're doing it the right way. You're working and going to school. You're paying it off as you go. That's terrific. I'm applauding him. And he asked for, and I told him about what I did and how many years of schooling I went through. And he asked me for some advice. So I said, the best advice that I could give you is to take what it is that you love to do, whatever that is. I don't care if it's economics. He talked about programming, coding. He was saying how he really liked doing that, and he might, do that as a career. I said, just find what it is that you love to do, and for God's sake, please start your own thing. I said, whatever it is that you love to do, create your own dream around that, and go to work for yourself to create your own business. Because if you want to create something truly spectacular, you can't do that. You don't want to go and work a 9-to-5 job and build someone else's dream. You want to build your own dream. You want to create the kind of lifestyle that you want, and you want to create something truly special. And I said to him, my boys were in the back, and I said, I tell these guys every day that if you do what you love doing, if you do what you're truly passionate about, you never work a day in your life. And you can take any passion. I don't give a crap what it is. You could love cutting grass. You can love making apple pies. You could, whatever your passion is, music and drama, and you could go into the arts and stuff. Whatever your passion is, you can monetize that. So many people think that they have no way of making money doing what they love doing. And the truth of the matter is, you can monetize any passion. You can monetize anything. So your first goal is to find what you absolutely love to do. And by doing that, even if you never made a cent doing it, you would just love your life because you're doing what you love to do. And also, I told him a little bit about how I got involved in dentistry. And this is another quick story, but these two kind of come together. So I told him that back when I was in college, I knew I loved biology, and I was doing what I loved to do. I didn't have any idea what I planned on doing with it, but I was following my passion, right? So I'm doing biology, and I'm working part-time at the Red Cross. I was delivering blood to the local hospital blood banks, and just as a part-time job. And one of the guys that I worked with worked in the lab, and he tested the blood, and he had just gotten into dental school. And he was so excited, and he was telling me all about it. And I'm like, wow, that sounds really exciting. Maybe I'll check into it. And the funny thing is, and this is what leads back to Serge, the funny thing is that guy went off to dental school, had no idea that I looked into it, had no idea that I volunteered to see if I liked it, had no idea that I went on to dental school, became a dentist, became an oral surgeon, and now I have my own practice with 7 employees. So that guy had no concept of how his excitement bled into mine, and how he literally changed the course of my destiny. He changed the course of my life. I was thinking maybe go grad school. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, and created a new path for me. And I said, how cool is this that I was talking to Serge, and I was telling him all this stuff, and he said those magic words to me that made me feel so good that I knew that that I'm doing the right thing now. Is that he said to me, man, I am so glad that I picked you up today. He goes, you absolutely inspired me. He goes, you lit a fire back that kind of was going out. And he's like, I'm so excited to go out and do this stuff now. And I'm absolutely going to take your advice. I'm going to, going to build my own thing. I'm going to, follow my dreams and all that. And maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But now I'm gone. I'll probably never see Serge again. But I could have dramatically changed the course of his life. I could have dramatically changed his directory, his compass. And I could have changed not only his life, but the life of his future family and everybody that he touches if he becomes a huge success based on something that I said, what was just my belief. So the beauty of this industry, and I've said this before, the thing that is irreplaceable as far as I'm concerned with this, that nothing else touches, is you can dramatically alter someone's course. You can dramatically alter someone's path. You can change someone's life. You can change the life of their family and 3 generations down from them. You can absolutely affect people in a way that almost no one has the ability to do. I can't do that doing surgery. I mean, I help people, but my influence is really small. And, my ability to travel and affect someone's life in that positive way, that all came from what I do here. I wasn't even selling an opportunity. I didn't even tell them about my business. I didn't even tell them about Digital Altitude. I didn't even mention it. But I was so excited. I was so driven and motivated and inspired myself that I could have that kind of impact on someone that, for all I know, Serge can become a multimillionaire doing coding or economics or whatever based on something that I said, and I'll never know that. But how cool is that you can have that kind of influence on people? That's awesome. There is no feeling like that, and there's no amount of money that you can get back that's worth that. There's no amount of money in this earth that can create that kind of feeling. So you have to understand, you're doing something here that's truly special. You're doing something here that is profound. You're doing something here that you cannot do on your 9-to-5 job. You just can't. I don't care what your job is. Doesn't matter. You cannot do on your 9-to-5 job what you have the ability to do here, and in terms of helping other people. And when you help other people get what they want, you get what you want. And that's what it's all about. So I've taken up my time. But, it was a cool, true story, really exciting. And, you can do some really, really amazing things for people. Take it away, guys. Someone else jump in there.
All right, who's up?
Chris, why don't you talk about
All right, I'm going. So those of you who missed it last night, and I didn't see a replay of it, but Michael Forrest held a webinar last night and talked about, we got the marketing mastery. I always mix up which M is where. Marketing mastery event coming up. I mix it up between mastering marketing or marketing mastery. MME event coming up. What's the date? March
23rd to 26th.
Okay, 23rd to 26th in San Diego, California. I don't know. There's so much that I could say about events. So, also there's a contest that's out right now. So the nice thing, I think they just changed this up at the last event. It used to be just top income earners, which most brand new people, we probably have a very slim chance of hitting that, because we got these top level marketers that constantly, you see the same people winning those prizes. They have new member prizes now, so actually we can't participate in those because we're not new. But they also have, I think, most ticket sales too. So there's 3 different opportunities to win prizes. $150,000 worth of prizes are going to be given away. Everything from cars and jet skis and all kinds of cool stuff. But anyhow, the MME. So I could say this: I have not missed an event with Digital Altitude yet, and they seem to get better all the time. So we just had one in Las Vegas in October. So The MME is twice a year, so usually in the spring and the fall. What I could say about those is we're all online marketers. So we sit behind a computer doing most of our work, don't have a lot of face-to-face interaction with people. You don't have a lot of opportunity to meet your peers. So at the MME, first of all, I don't think you're serious about your business unless you're there. And you're not going to really understand the magnitude of what digital altitude is until you get to one of these MMEs. You're going to get to shake hands with Michael Force. You'll meet his wife, Delilah. You'll meet Mary D. You'll meet all the leaders of digital altitude. You'll meet the coaches. You'll meet all the leaders in the business. You'll meet us. So you'll form lifetime bonds at those events. You know, there are people that I've known in the 4+ years that I've been online. It's funny, I've been online almost as long as Sean, but we've known each other for less than 2 years. And we were in the same company actually too, which is kind of funny. But I'm here, and Sean and Mark we're all here because of connections we made, probably at events, right? I know I'm here because of a connection I made at an event. Somebody I met at an event. I wasn't even on his team, but we formed a bond. We stayed in touch, and he introduced me to this business. And I've made so many friends. I mean, it's great to like. You might meet people on the internet. You might have a Skype call with them or a Facebook chat, but to actually meet them in person, shake their hand, sit down, have a beer with them, a drink or whatever, it's gonna change your life, really. And then the event itself, there'll be speakers there. There's gonna be at least one person, and you don't know who it's gonna be, but there's gonna be at least one person that's gonna say something that's going to have a major impact on your life. Like Mark talked about, you know, he had somebody influence his career because of what somebody said to him. You're going to have somebody on stage, or you'll meet him in the hallway, whatever, or at the bar, that's going to say something that's going to have a major impact on you in your future. I guarantee it that that's going to happen. I can't say enough about it. I mean, one of the first events that my wife Lori and I, we try to go to all the events together when we can. We've been to most of them together. The first one that I took her to, for those of you, I know these guys know my wife, but she was camera shy. All right, I know you guys probably find that hard to believe, but she was camera shy. She hated having her picture taken. There was no way she was ever going to get on video. She saw me doing one of these videos. She says, "There's no way I'm going to do that." So we went to this first event. We met a bunch of different couples. So there's one couple said, "You're going to shoot your first video right now." And she grabbed her. They did their first video. And after that, she was inspired. She went home and did her own first video. And now you can't get her off video. So things like that happen at events that just don't happen sitting behind your computer. You need to have that live interaction with people. I guarantee you it's going to be a life changer for you. I saw in our Skype group today, somebody was saying, you know, I only have enough money to buy traffic or go to the event, and I'm going to spend the money on traffic. And somebody said, well, if I were you, I would spend the money to go to the event, because that's going to have a bigger impact on your business for the long term than traffic will for the short term. So whatever you need to do, and I could go on and on about how many times I bought tickets to events and didn't know how I was going to get there. We made a decision one time, we're going to bring the whole family, and times were tough, and we managed to find the money to get the whole family to the event. So make the commitment, even if you don't know how you're going to get to San Diego, make the commitment to buy the ticket, especially right now. They're on sale. Buy them now. They're going to sell out. Most likely, at least I know the VIP tickets are almost sold out at this point, and I think the discount tickets are only good through the end of the month, or might be February they go through. But you don't want to wait too long, because at some point they're going to raise the price. So grab them now. I forget the link. You guys remember what the link was? They're in your back office. If you go to your back office, there's a drop down for events. You go to events, tickets, and you can grab tickets for the MME coming up in March. And you can meet us live.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Chris. I want to kind of echo a little bit about what Chris just talked about. I think it's important, and I think that everybody kind of needs to understand how powerful these events are, and what we have to offer, and obviously the people that you can connect with. It's really life changing, as sorry, Chris said. Um, but I want to kind of share my screen because I do have that link up, and I want to kind of go over just a few things that I thought was important to help you guys kind of go through the process a little bit. So let me just share my screen, and we'll kind of go over that a little bit, make sure I'm on the right page. Okay, and then just let me know if you guys can see this. And that's cool. All right, guys. So let me open this up. So guys, this is so if you're in part of Digital Altitude in your back office under this link, it's digitalaltitude.clickfunnels.com/MME San Diego 2018. So this is coming up March 23rd, as we mentioned. And right now, guys, you can literally pick up these tickets for. I'm going to go down to the pricing because I thought this is important. So there's an early bird special for $97. Normally it's $197. After a certain time frame, I believe prices increase on March 1st to $197. If you would be going with your significant other, you can literally get. You can also, when you log in to purchase these, I think you can get a combination ticket. And this is just the basic admission, and then we also have VIP, which is still available. I think there's about maybe 40% of these tickets left, and they're regularly priced at $497, and it's like almost half off, not quite half, but $297 a ticket. It's actually cheaper if you do get if there's two people, you buy them at the same time. I think it comes out to like $248 per ticket if you buy two tickets. So what's really incredible about this is not only do you have admission, but for the VIP, you get the first, I think it says 5 rows. So you're right up front where the speakers are. And also there's a VIP networking party and a dinner. Now, Chris, I think Chris and Mark can testify to this. I think Chris can testify to this. Where do we go? Last year in Orlando, we went. We had a VIP dinner, right? And I can't remember if one of you guys could make it. I think Mark, I'm sorry, I think you couldn't make it, but it was pretty incredible. I think Chris made it. Basically, it was in Universal Studios. They bussed 2 buses all the way from the event where we're staying at the hotel all the way to Universal Studios, and we actually were invited the whole entire. I think Digital Altitude rented the whole Indiana Jones section, or the I forget what they call it exactly, but it was kind of like a theater event, and we were the only ones there, and we watched the entire show. And when the show was done, the set literally opened up, and they had dinner tables lined up right there on the floor with a huge buffet, dancing girls. It was an amazing spread. So these are some of the example of some of the things that they do, that Digital Altitude offers when you go to these kind of events. So they know that you're there to connect with people and network, and they give you those options when you go into the VIP section of it. So pretty incredible. But I just wanted you to kind of see all that. And you're gonna see all these huge stars. So Sarah Gallo, she just came out of nowhere. She was a blogger. I forget, her tag name is a 5-foot traveler, I believe, and she only came in, I think, into Digital Altitude in, I think, April of last year, and I think she's already hit 1.5 million in team sales, which is unbelievable. And she's just really real, and she connects with so many people. She's a ball of joy, and she really attracts a lot of people at a certain level. So it's wonderful. And everybody's got their own talents. And that's what's so great about this. You get to see people that are couples, married couples, single folks, whatever it may be. You get to see how they tick and how they form, their team and what they need to do to make it there, to the level that they're at. So I thought that was really cool to show that. The other thing too is we started this journey last year, and we started in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Red Rock, and from there we've gone on to Maui, we've gone on to Dominican Republic, Orlando, Florida. Las Vegas was the last time we met, back in was it August, September, and then we're going to be meeting again in March. So we're really excited. Because we want everybody to understand what this is all about and why it's so important to be there. I mean, the good point you brought up, Chris, about the fact that should you spend money on traffic or should you go to the event? Hands down, I think you should go to the event, because you're going to have so many connections that you're going to make. You're going to really find out what digital altitude is all about. See, we sit behind our computers, we watch what we talk about this all the time, but we really don't meet anybody. You know what I mean? Unless you go to these events, you talk to these people in the flesh, and it makes it all real. You see the people on stage. You really, you get to shake their hands. You get to take pictures with them and create videos with them. This is huge when you're talking about marketing, especially on Facebook, because you're able to do all that. I'm going to come off of screen sharing, but I just wanted to show you that, guys, because it's so imperative that you understand. We all try to market on Facebook, and you're getting the credibility of all of these leaders, whether you're doing a still shot, whether you're doing a video with them, whether you're just taking pictures of where you are. We do live, Facebook Lives right at the event, and we broadcast them on our wall so people know this is what it's all about. We're here, and this is the time to network and talk to people and really understand what this is all about. And this company is definitely in for the long haul. Michael Forrest was on last night. I know most of you guys had watched it, and it was just, it's amazing some of the awards and like Chris talked about. So I'm just really excited because it's right around the corner, and it's really time to pick up steam. And even if you're new, you can bring 10, 15 people with you. You've got a good potential for winning certain prizes, things like that. So, guys, I think whoever's watching this now, whether it's on the recording, don't miss these kind of opportunities. They brought us all together as Wolfpack, and they're going to keep us going for many years. So we're really excited about that. But yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free to jump in. And
I wanted to say one other thing about the MME that is truly special is that you are the product of the 5 people that you hang around the most. And, if you're hanging around with people that have dead broke mentality, you're going to end up dead broke. And so what you have to start to do is you have to start to look at the people that you're hanging out with. You have to start to look at the people you associate with, and you've got to change that group of people if they're not where you want to be. And so the easiest way to do that is to come on stuff like this and hang out with us. You've got 3 brains here that, have completely transformed and want to be successful online and will be. And but this is just the start, because we're still little boxes on a screen, right? But you go to the event, not only you're going to meet us and get to associate with us, but if you want to be a 6-figure earner, you got to hang around with 6-figure people. If you want to be a 7-figure earner, you got to hang around with 7-figure people. And there are 8-figure earners that are going to be at this event, that if you want to be an 8-figure earner, you've got to hang around those people, because at each level, people know and do and act differently. So if you're at the 5-figure level and you want to get to 6, then you've got to do some things differently. You've got to follow the path that other people have already blazed for you. And you've got to also start to change the way you look at things. You've got to get away from the employee mentality, and you've got to think like a business owner. Well, if you're surrounded by people that are employees and work 9-to-5 jobs and play it safe and come home and watch stupid television that is meaningless, that's not going to further their lives or their careers, then you've got to start to hang around with people that do things differently. And you start off here, but the events are powerful. I mean, you get to rub elbows, you get to have a drink with, you get to spend time, and these guys will tell you it's so much more than just hanging out. It's so much more powerful, because you get to see that these are real people that are making real money, and they are no different than you. They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like you do. You know, they might be young and bubbly, or they might be married, or they might be, you know, older. You know, you might have someone who's in your age group. You might have someone that's, you know, younger or older than you. They're all forms, all walks of life are represented in people that are successful in DA. And you're going to start to really believe, and that's the most powerful thing that you get at events, is you're going to start to believe that, holy crap, if that guy can do it, and he seems like a dumbass, right? If Shankman can do it, and he never stops running his mouth for 5 minutes, then why the hell can't I? And that shift, that belief shift, is what you get at events that you can't get anywhere else. Your friends, your family, they're all going to tell you why it won't work. We're going to tell you why it will work, but that only has limited effect, because we're only touching base with you once a week. We're only on a computer screen in a little box. But when you hang with us, when you get to feel our energy, when you get to feel the energy of the leaders, when you get to feel the energy of Michael Force and all that he's created, that blows your mind, man. It blows your mind beyond anything you can ever imagine. I mean, I remember my first event. I was so overwhelmed. It wasn't even this company. And this company does it 10 times better than that one did. And that event absolutely, I was speechless, and that never happens. So you've got to get to the event, do whatever it takes. And here's the best part about it. You buy your ticket, and I'll tell you what, you will find a way to get there. You may not think you have the money right now, but I promise you, you buy that ticket on faith alone. You buy that ticket on faith, and the universe will provide for you. You will find a way. Money will, I swear to you, money will fall out of the sky that you didn't think it even existed, because you are so focused and so concentrated on how you're going to get to the event. You don't know how it's going to happen, but you just know that you got to make it happen. If you've got that passion, you've got that fire, that I've got to find a way, no matter how I get there, I got to find a way to do it. I promise you, the universe will provide it to you. I promise. It sounds crazy, I know, but I promise you, you will get there. You will get there. You will find a way if you are super motivated and focused on getting to the MME. So what I want you to do right now, if you're watching the replay, what I want you to do right now is to go into your back office and buy the ticket. And don't worry about how you can't afford airfare. Don't worry about you don't have a way to stay in a hotel. Don't worry about that. I'm telling you, you will find a way. And I've been, you know, even though I'm an oral surgeon, I make a pretty good living. I've been in a hotel room with 4 other guys to be able to be at an event. You know, you share a space. It's no big deal. You share a space. But you don't even spend any time in the hotel room. You never spend any time in a hotel. You're out hobnobbing with everybody. You're having drinks with people. And you know what? Like, people will buy you drinks if you got no money for the drink. Trust me. So buy the ticket on faith alone. Buy the ticket. Get to the event. And I promise you, it will happen for you. It will. That's all I got.
Awesome, Mark. That's really good stuff. I mean, people need to understand that and really understand what it's all about. I mean, we've been there, but it's really instilling that vision in everyone else that it's the most important thing. Chris, do you have any remarks as well?
Yeah, get your ticket. Get your ticket while they're on sale. Hey, I want to.
Oh, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
So Bernie asked a question about time management. So I just want to throw out a couple tips. So all 3 of us work full-time jobs, and we all have families. We have kids. We have wives. So obviously, to squeeze in time to do a business is a challenge. I'll admit it's a challenge. So what I recommend you do, first of all, you need some type of calendar. I use Google Calendars. You can use the calendar on your phone, whatever it is. Block out your whole day. the whole day, what you do every hour of the day, from the time you get up in the morning to the time you get out, go to bed at night, and look at what you're doing. And I bet you can find some pockets of time. So first thing I would say is cut the TV out, except for maybe Patriots football game. You can watch that. It's okay. Find some pockets of time, and it may not be the same time every day. Like I may have, like, a lunch break, I may have an opportunity to jump on, do a few things, or maybe in the morning before you go to work, you get some time. Or I know I do a lot of stuff at night. So, you know, after I've had dinner, spent some time with the family, I'll jump on and I'll get as much done as I can until I'm too tired to work anymore. So that's number one. Number two, and we can lay this out later, but you want to have some type of a daily method of operation. So you want to have like a little checklist for yourself, the 10 things you absolutely need to do before you go to bed at night every day. And I use it because you could waste a lot of time on Facebook just scrolling through the newsfeed. Turn that off. Focus on what it is that you need to do every day. So if you're just starting out on the business, your real only task is to get through all 18 steps with your coach as fast as you can. And then once you've done that, then you're ready for the next level and set up. It's a lot different from being an employee or even running your own business like Mark does. Having your own entrepreneurial business where it's online, where you don't have somebody looking over your shoulder, you don't have a patient walking in the door, you're kind of on your own. You're completely free of when you're going to work, but the challenge is getting focused on what it is that you need to do every day to move your business forward. Just that little bit. Every day, just keep moving it forward. And some days you're going to be doing it and you're not going to see results, but you know what? Just keep doing it, and eventually the results are going to show. So those are the two things. So have some type of calendar, block out time on it, and have a daily method of operation. We can get deep into that if you guys want it. We have a checklist we can share with you of what we all do every day. We're accountable with each other. We keep track of whether or not we're doing what we need to do every day. So we can share stuff like that with you too.
Yeah, and Bernie, of course, you know, I'll work with you one-on-one since you're on my team, but we do get to share a lot of the PDFs and things that we have that'll help you be able to manage your time. So that's definitely not a problem.
Does anybody else? I think we lost Glenn, but Bernie, any other questions? I just wanted to share one other thing, but I want to make sure we get a chance to ask questions. We good? Any other questions, Bernie? Okay. So I just wanted to give you a true life example of manifestation. All right. I talked about, you know, buy the ticket on faith and, you know, the universe will provide. I came in to Digital Altitude, quickly went Rise, but sat at Ascend for a little bit. And I realized that if I wanted to, and this isn't about the levels of the company right now, but I realized if I wanted to really make a commitment and I really wanted to have the kind of results that I wanted to have, the only way that I could do that was at Apex. It was the only way that I could do it. And it was a pretty good investment. And I said, well, how am I going to do that? Because, you know, I'd recently when I first started this, I had recently gone through a divorce. My credit was pretty much smashed with that. And I said, I can't borrow the money. So I got to figure out how I'm going to make that money. How I'm going to get it. And I saw someone that had started the exact same time as me. And that person had an Apex sale right out of the gate. And his income and my income were dramatically different because of that one sale. And I said, you know what? I don't care what it takes. I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to go Apex. I made a decision, conscious decision that day. Come hell or high water, I was going to go Apex. And literally about a week after I made that decision, my accountant from the company, from my business, came to me and said, "You're going to pay a ton of corporate taxes. You better take some money out that I didn't even know I had." And he said, "You need to take about this much money," which was almost to the dollar what I needed to go Apex. And it was like manna from heaven. It fell out of the sky. I swear, like, I had no idea that that money was sitting there, and I had no idea that I was going to be getting it. And, you know, a lot of times I reinvest stuff back into the business. I buy equipment, whatever. Like, I had to take the money out, and I had to do something with it. And I said, holy crap, it's like almost to the dollar how much I needed. But it all started when I made that absolute, based on faith, I'm going to do it no matter what it takes. And I just know it's going to happen. And it happened. You know, you might find out you got an inheritance from someone you didn't even know you were getting money from, or that they even passed away, they were related to you. You might, you know, have a car, you know, be left, whatever. I don't even know how it's going to happen. But if you have the faith and you make a conscious decision to get there, I promise you that it will happen. So I just wanted to give a real life, and this is literally what happened to me, a real life example of how the universe will provide. And it doesn't matter whether you believe in God, whether you believe it's the universe, karma, you know, some crazy higher power. It doesn't matter what you think it is. There is some universal intelligence out there in some way, shape, or form that you believe in that is going to provide you what you need and what you want if you believe and have faith in it. And you are willing to do whatever it takes to get it. And that's what I think you need to do right now. So go out and buy your MME ticket. Don't worry about where the money's coming from. Don't worry about how you're going to afford to get there. It will happen for you if you believe in your heart that you need to be there and you absolutely refuse to not be there. Then the money will manifest for you. I guarantee it. I don't have any other way of proving it, but that's the way it works, man. That's just the way it works. So on that note, if nobody has any other questions, I don't know, where are we as far as time? Are we good?
We're good. It's quarter of 10.
45 minutes, yeah. So anybody else have any pearls, any words of wisdom before we shut it down?
Yeah, one thing I was going to mention. So if you guys didn't catch it, Monday night on the Black Diamond call, Jade, I think her last name pronounced Scarpone, up and coming leader in Digital Altitude, did an awesome call. If you didn't catch it, you want to listen to the replay. Actually, I can grab the link and post it in the chat. But if you're watching the replay, you can go to dalivecall.com and all the replays are in there. You can catch it. That in the chat. So I highly, highly recommend you guys listen to that. It's exactly kind of what Mark was talking about, where they had to make decisions in their business. And when they did, huge things happened for them. So I'm not going to give away all the secrets. You got to listen to it. Great, great, great call. That's all I got.
All right, awesome. So thank you all for watching. Bernie, thanks for stopping by. And as usual, he's a committed person who's, you know, definitely going to make things happen. A mover and a shaker. And so from the Wolfpack, we thank you so much for watching and hope you learned something. Hope you were inspired, motivated. Go out and take action on whatever it is that we talked about, because without action, nothing happens. A dream is literally just a wish if you don't take action on it. So go out there, buy your MME ticket, and make this thing happen so that you can absolutely live the dream lifestyle that you want to live. And we will see you again next Thursday night. same Wolfpack time, same Wolfpack channel. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to catch a replay if you missed this. So take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.